You know, one thing I have figured out, and I'm sure you have too if you've lived on this earth long enough, is that life is going to throw you curveballs. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about how to solve problems when you're not anticipating them. The first thing that I need you to explore is it really a problem? Two problems that we have with actually addressing problems and solving them is, first of all, we try to solve a problem that's too big, or B, we solve the wrong problem. So I'm going to give you step by step how to actually identify the problem first. And that really is our biggest hurdle, is identifying the problem. So the first thing I want you to do is just take a piece of paper and write down a problem that you're either having at work or in life and make it a problem statement. Just write down, I need to get out of debt, for example. Now, the second step to identifying the problem, and please remember, you're not solving the problem, you're simply identifying the problem. The second thing I want you to identify is, after you've actually written out the problem in a problem statement form, is the second step, and you know the easiest thing to do is just divide your paper into 5 separate areas. Just boom, boom, boom. Just divide it into 5 separate areas. And then after you've written out your problem statement, then the second category, if you want to label that section 2, is identify all of the things you've already tried to solve the problem. So maybe you've refinanced your home. Maybe you've borrowed money. So write down everything you've already tried to solve the problem. And you're going to list all those things out. All right. When you're through with that, step number 3, third category, write down all your concerns you have surrounding the problem. And those could be anything from, I want to have enough money for my children's education, to I want to just not owe anybody anything. So any concerns you have surrounding the problem. The fourth category is you're now going to write down all the benefits to solving the problem. So these are questions we need to ask ourselves. What are the outcomes? What are the benefits, or outcomes or benefits? What are your concerns surrounding the problem? And what have you already tried? So fill in those 3 categories, and then the last step of problem identification, and that's the 5th category, is to go back and review everything you already know about that problem. So you're going to go back and look at everything I've already tried, all your concerns surrounding the problem, the benefits to solving the problem, and now here's your biggie. Step number 5 is to turn that problem into a question. So you're going to take everything you've already learned and put that problem in the form of a question. And you're going to limit that question with the number 3. And I'll explain in just a moment. And you're also going to give that question a deadline. For example, after you've looked at all of the benefits to solving, all of your concerns surrounding it, and everything you've already tried, go back to that original problem statement, and let's just go with the example, I want to get out of debt. So you look at everything you've already learned about that problem, and now I'm going to rewrite it in the form of a question. For example, what 3 things can I implement immediately so that I can afford an education for my children when they go to college and be debt-free within 3 years? So you have a deadline, you've examined 3 things you can implement immediately, and you've also included in there maybe one of your top concerns and or benefits, so that now you have some direction to go. 3 things I can immediately implement. Now, what I mean by immediate implement, because that is relative, is within 30 days. So what 3 things can I implement within 30 days that will help me be debt-free so that I can afford a college education for my children within 5 years? And there's your formula for correctly identifying the problem, so we don't get stuck in the problem and we move forward to actually solving the problem. Most problems are not going to be cured or solved within 30 days. So we want to start out small, chop up the problem into little bits so we're not trying to solve something too big, and make sure we're actually solving the right problem. Good luck.